Hey guys, it is 1:04 p.m. on Wednesday, March 20th, and I haven't filled you in on anything since the 17th, so we're going to run through the 18th, the 19th, and today. So on Monday, I took notes on what the beginning of the book on Z could potentially be, and none of them turned out for me. But between that and the 213 words that I wrote in the time stopper, I wrote 3,064 words that day. If you really want to know how many notes I took on the beginning of Z, you can feel free to do the math yourself. On Tuesday, I started breaking down manuscript 512, so I have my note cards here, the ones that I took on the English translation, and I'm typing out individual sentences from this. And each one is then getting a description of what that sentence is about. So the sentences that I wrote down are all about the description of Z in the surrounding city or the surrounding area, which for my purposes I'm assuming is the lost city of Z. The articles about manuscript 512, which are also the articles about the lost city of Z because they're always in the same place, and every article about Z includes manuscript 512, but it says that Fawcett was wanting to examine the city in manuscript 512 as a secondary mission to the lost city of Z, which to me translates to once he finds the lost city of Z, he wants to search for the manuscript city, which is a different thing than they make it sound like, because they make it sound like he believed it to be Z. There are articles that actually say it fueled his need to go look for Z, and it proved to him that it was there. But if it was a secondary mission and he thought they were two different things, that is untrue. For my purposes, however, I am choosing to make it so that way it is the lost city of Z. That's what we're going with. It's a fictional story, so I don't care. I do care. I care a lot. But I did that on Tuesday, and that was 676 words. That's literally all I wrote that day. Today, so far, I have done the same thing, and I have written 2,660 words on that, altogether. I don't know how many I've written today. Hold on. The last time I added anything to my thing was an hour ago, and that was 1,867 words written today. I'll do the math later and add to it again. I'm just not at that point yet. That's all I've done. I'm doing my best to keep working on it. I still have research to do. I still have a whole bunch of things to do, both in regards to this book and in regards to editing on Man of Darkness and in regards to the time stopper and so on and so forth. I'd still like to figure out a fourth book to write. I mean, I'm technically going to be writing a fourth book, but I'm not going to talk about it a lot. I haven't decided what that one is called either, but I do know what it's about. I just won't talk about it a lot on here. But I'd still like to figure out a fourth book to technically go in the fourth book slot, because I like to start 4 brand new books to talk about and to write in April. So that's kind of the plan, but I guess we'll see what happens. But I am going to get back to gaming for a little bit. It is how I am taking breaks and keeping my knuckles from stiffening up too much like they did yesterday. And then after another break, I'm going to get back into writing here, see what happens. I would love to work on the time stopper today if the characters decide to actually talk. And I need to get some editing on Man of Darkness done today. So that is the game plan, as long as I don't pass out at 9 o'clock. So we'll see. But I'll do my best to update you guys before midnight, and if not, then I will do my best to update you shortly thereafter. But I'm going to get back into my gaming break, and then I'll see you sometime later. Hey guys, it is 5:31 in the morning on the 21st, but we're going to go ahead and pretend it's the 20th. I finished all of my research for, I finished all of my breaking down on manuscript 512. I ended up writing over 3,500-ish words there. really fun. Very glad to have it done. I also was going to start researching an Indian tribe that relates to Fawcett and the finding of a compass years after he disappeared, but I found absolutely no recollections of them anywhere. I couldn't find anything on Wikipedia, I couldn't find anything on any of the Native American sites, I couldn't find anything related to Brazil, I couldn't find anything on their name related to the Matu Grosso, I couldn't find anything in their name related to the Google Books section. I could not find them at all, and I spent over an hour on that. So then I moved to research on the Indian tribe that Fawcett was last with, and the Indian tribe that has a confirmed sighting of him probably before he disappeared. I didn't end up writing anything in it because by that point I had already spent an hour looking for a tribe that doesn't exist. So I just didn't do anything in it yesterday. I was done. But I did work in Man of Darkness too. I edited chapters 5 and 6. I have not checked a word count on that yet. I won't do that until I open up my tablet. But I did edit them. I added some nice words, changed some really jacked up sentences, and added a few more things with Lucifer that can eventually tie in case there's a book specifically for him at some point. But there's that. That is all I have for day 20. Day 21 is hopefully going to consist of more Man of Darkness editing and more Indian tribe research, and hopefully the time stopper, depending on how things go, I guess. But I'm going to take a shower and then get into writing or editing shortly after that, hopefully. I'm going to take gaming breaks in between like I did yesterday, in hopes that everything works out with my knuckles and that they're not giant pains in the asses. But then I will update you guys at some point for day 21 after I actually get into writing and editing today. So that is all I have. And I'm sorry for the late update again. I'm still working on trying to reset my sleep schedule. But I'll update you guys at some point when I have something to actually update you on. So I will see you in day 21's video.